my mother was like, there's gonna be a road coming your way. You know, just keep praying, keep having faith, and keep believing in yourself.
That is actor Jaden Lucas Miller, our guest on this week's edition of Conversations from Studio 5. The young Raleigh, North Carolina native is making headlines with shows such as Divorced Sisters, the film Paper Maid, and the groundbreaking series Beyond the Gates.
First, let's talk. You're mentioning you are still going to North Carolina A&T. How are you managing that?
That's a good question. Managing it, I would definitely say time is not on our side every day, but being able to have a strong family, a strong support system, they're able to help me keep up the schedule and just prioritize my time as much as possible. So like, say if I have assignment due on Sunday, I'm gonna try and finish it throughout the week and get it done. Yeah.
Nice, good, you're sticking that out. Now, you have just celebrated a birthday?
Yes,
the 21st birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, yeah.
How'd you celebrate?
I had hosted a MJ Michael Jackson theme party in Atlanta, Georgia, at the establishment, and I invited some of the cast from Beyond the Gates and from my other co-stars from my other set, Paper Maid, and whoever could show up honestly came out and they supported. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
What's the Michael Jackson affinity? What?
Oh man, it feels like a full circle moment. He died on my little brother's birthday, 2009, that year. And now that the movie came out and the numbers that it did is amazing. And I've always been a Michael Jackson fan. Who isn't? You know, like it's amazing to know that he is not just an artist, but also a leader for just all races, and being who he is and who he was, and he still lives on today. And many kids, my little sister knows about him. It's like, wow, this man is gonna keep living on forever, even though he's not here with us in the flesh.
Wow.
You know?
So was he inspiration for you in terms of this career?
Definitely, definitely. One of my biggest inspirations. Yeah, totally.
Wow. Do you remember the first time you discovered him, or what that connection was?
My mother introduced me to him. The first music video I saw was Beat It, and I was just hooked on him from there. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So you grew up here in Raleigh?
Grew up, born and raised.
Born and raised in Raleigh.
What
do you remember most about your childhood in this city?
Everything. I mean, everything. I used to run track and field. I attended middle school here, elementary school. Like I said, born and raised, so I'm very aware of Raleigh and, you know, the Raleigh-Durham Triangle, the Tri-City as they call it, UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, Duke. It's all here, you know. We have like one of the highest doctor majors to attend these colleges and to come out successful, and it just feels like home, and it's always going to be home to me.
So you were juggling sets in Atlanta and still living here in Raleigh?
Yes.
What makes you stay?
What makes me stay? I have no choice.
Your mom says no.
My mom says, you know, this is home. This is where you're from. This is where you come from, and wherever you go in life, this is going to forever be home. So when I come back here, family, friends, whoever is here with me, I just try to cherish every moment because, you know, it's here. So it's like somewhere I come to think. I come to process a lot, and I enjoy it so much.
Nice. When did the acting bug bite you? What happened?
The acting bug. My mother knows when. Me, on the other hand, I'm starting to realize when it did, but it's developing. But the real age, I would definitely say, is 14. When I took on a theater role and I believe a commercial, and being on set and being around these directors, producers, and learning about how it's a job and learning about how my role can be an impact on others when I leave here. And watching it on TV is like, oh, it's pretty cool, you know, and then to keep going and keep auditioning. And the audition process is something else.
I can imagine.
But yeah, it struck at 14 for me.
14. And at 14, did you feel like, okay, I can make a career of this? This can be my life, or?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I've watched some TV, seen Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. My mother introduced me to a lot of great actors, Oscar-winning actors. but yeah, I didn't know if it was a career or not. It's just something that was on the side. It was something that was fun, something to express myself in. But mind you, I was still playing sports, running track and field and basketball. So my mind wasn't focused on, oh, I have to book. And my mom wasn't a stage mom to where it was like it was a mandatory thing. She was like, you know, just keep auditioning. There was numerous amount of times I wanted to quit just by the no's from the auditions that I received.
Wow.
And a lot of them, I still remember to this day of how I felt. I was crying. It's just, yeah, it's a career now, and I'm living in it, and I'm just glad I'm doing it.
Just curious, is there one that you didn't get that still stings?
Yeah, there's a couple of them, but I can't point out which one.
I really want to know.
Yeah, I can.
So your journey to being cast in Beyond the Gates, I think I've read you call it divine alignment, right? What happened with getting this big role?
Divine alignment, yes, for sure. I was in college, on campus. This is when it definitely hit. Like, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I didn't see myself doing it because the audition process was just so tough. I'm getting auditions. I'm receiving one of the big auditions for these shows and movies. But it was like, where do I fit in? Who am I to these producers, these casting directors? And my mother was like, there's going to be a role coming your way. You know, just keep praying, keep having faith, and keep believing in yourself. And divine alignment, this audition came around. The cast, I mean, my mother sent me this, the Instagram post of Clifton Davis, Tamara Tooney, Daphne Duplay, and Carla Mosley promoting it. And I was like, you sure, Mom? You think I'm gonna be a part of this like soap opera? I was like, what is that? She was explaining to me, who was on there and what it's about, and it's a daytime. And Shamara Moore was on there, Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, Vivica A. Fox, all these greats. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, where I fit in, you know? Like, But now I'm at this point where we're 2 years in, and it's that audition process. It was amazing. I booked off the audition itself, no callback or anything. So it was for me. And like I always tell everyone that what is for you is for you. I can't, and God is going to place it in your life, and I cannot take anything from you. No man can.
Sounds like Mom sees something in you that you don't always see in yourself.
All the time. All the time. Yeah.
Wow. Tell me the moment you get the call, how do you learn you are Terrell? How do you learn?
I mean, just the character itself. He has been through bullying. I've been through bullying myself. He's been through trying to be the older brother. I'm the oldest out of two. He's the older brother, Samantha. And it's just this character, I'm able to bring my life to him. It's, and whatever you call it, it's method, or if it's whatever acting you say it is, it's, you can't take it from me. You know, it just feels right. It feels so right to where each and every day I walk on set, they're like, you know, what is Tyrell thinking today? And it's like, okay, I am Tyrell today. Like, I'm on set, I'm in the wardrobe now. And, you know, they do, Beyond the Gates does such an amazing job with the wardrobe, the hair, makeup, the departments is amazing. So it's easier for me to realize, okay, this is my character, no one can take it from me.
Groundbreaking series, renewed now for 2 more years, I believe. Do you understand and take in the gravity of this being so historical, especially for people of color?
Yes, for sure. The historic behind it, I'm learning each and every day. Tamara Tooney, Clifton Davis, they're the big dogs. You know, they've been in this industry for so long to where I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. And they're teaching me how to be myself, how to stand my ground, and how to stand 10 toes down in whatever circumstances I'm in. And yeah, for the culture itself, I'm not only the youngest, and I was cast as the youngest. It feels like a pressure of like, oh, where do I fit in? You know, I'm the youngest. I don't want to mess up. They're gonna see me mess up. So the naiveness to it, to where it just makes you feel like you're you're doing it and you're having fun, but then it's also a job, so you have to show up and know your lines, because soap opera is totally different from anything else. It's a beast.
Yeah.
It's definitely a beast. But yeah, it's amazing. It's
Talk
going well.
about the difficulty of it all. I can only imagine. I'm a journalist on television. I had this wonderful thing called a teleprompter. All I got to do is read the words and get them out clearly. But you have got to commit all this to memory. For people who don't grasp it, I mean, how could you quantify what you're learning and how fast you've got to learn it?
Some have their own ways of doing it. The wash and rinse, repeat type thing where, you learn your lines the week ahead or a day before, but then sometimes you receive cuts and you just have to be ready for whatever's thrown at you. But I feel like with soap operas, you're playing your character more often, so you get to know how they're feeling, where they're going, and it's a linear, like the way Michelle Valjean, she's an amazing writer. The way she's written it for our characters to, you kind of feel like you know where they're going, but you still want to dive deeper into your character, to where you want to ask these questions from her. You want to be like, oh, what is his favorite color? What is this? What does he really want out of this person's in this relationship, or what's going to happen next? And I just feel like a fan to it myself, such as the fans that watches it as well.
We love the show, love watching it. What do you like most about your character?
That he's a thinker. He's always going to think ahead. He's a bit calculative, a little bit, as they say on set, where he's a little sassy, a little bit comes off as that. But we all have our moments, and he's growing up. But I can't wait to see what happens next. That's all I can say.
All right. We're all watching. We're all watching. There was a scene I was watching where you give your younger sister earrings, and you say, "I think you're always a star in my eyes." I've got a son and a daughter, and I can imagine that dynamic. Well done. Well played. Let's talk about some of your other roles. So you're also in Divorced Sisters. You play, is it Laz?
Laz.
Preacher's son. Devon Franklin.
Pastor Kid. Shout out to Pastor Kid, y'all. But yeah, it is. That was another dream come true too, because I read his book, The Hollywood Commandments.
You did?
Yeah, my mother introduced me to him as well. And being on set and then telling him that, it made him feel whole. It was like, wow, I can't believe a young man like myself would read his book, and which I recommend, for every young male to read it. It's not just about acting. It's a universal book. It's for everything. It got me through a lot of things in high school. And I was a big mental health reader in high school. Mental health books was something that I took very serious. And that's why I chose psychology. But yeah, back to Divorced Sisters and me being Laz and what he was, and hope soon to be. I can't wait for what Tyler has written for him. But yeah, it's a dream come true. And
what's it like to work with Tyler Perry?
It's the same thing, kind of like Beyond the Gates a little bit, where it's fast paced. And I feel like I was chosen for the fast paced working, because I enjoy working. I love to just be laser focused when it comes to work and when we're shooting, so we can go home and celebrate. But yeah, it's very fast paced. He's always on the ball. He's ready to work. You got to show up to work as well. So. And he's very demanding when you're not showing up too. So you got to be 10 toes down.
And then another, Reasonable Doubt. You played young Ozzy, and this gentleman is going through a crime, if you will. It's serious stuff. He was a child actor, living out adult. You played the young Laz. What was that role like? It's intense to watch. I'm just curious.
So, compared to the older Ozzy and then the younger Ozzy, obviously that's his trauma, playing the younger version. So I wanted to make sure I dived deep into it. I wanted to make sure that I had enough knowledge of where he's coming from, and not so much where he's going, because I really wanted to focus on my character itself. But I was interested. I was definitely interested of what was going to happen next. And if you watch it, it's sad. But yeah, I just dove so deep into it to where it was traumatizing a little bit, because I never knew that even though you're on TV and your movies, whatever it is, you're an artist, you live outside of it and it's pretty rough. Nobody's able to hear your voice, or you feel as if your voice is not being heard. And it was a scary moment for me when I was like, wow, how do I speak up for myself? You know, now that I'm also playing and I'm an actor and I'm on TV, so I would like to make my voice be heard. And it was pretty traumatizing a little bit, but I was able to get through it, and I was able to understand where Ozzy was coming from, and like I said, what happened, which was fatal. It was definitely something I would always cherish with me. Yeah.
Phenomenal job, phenomenal series. That particular that was season 3, I think.
Season 3.
Incredible. Paper Maid. HBCU, martial arts. What can you tell us about Paper Maid and your role in it?
So Paper Maid, it wraps around brotherhood, sisterhood. From my perspective, I was asking the director from his perspective what it was, his driving force, his driving like opinion for this, for when he was writing and when he's directing. Yeah, it's just basically surrounds brotherhood, sisterhood, and understanding the discipline of what martial arts can do for a young generation, young males, or a young sister. And that's all I can give about it right now, but it's definitely something to watch.
How do you prep for it? Did you study martial arts? How do you?
I know, right? A lot of people ask me that question. Yes, I did take a martial arts class and a little karate when I was younger, but my athletic background helped me a lot. So nothing really too crazy, but with my character, it wasn't very demanding as the others, but it was a process. Yeah.
Does the HBCU life that you really live play out then on
Yes, it sure does. You're gonna take a glimpse of it when you watch it, of what the HBCU life is like, and the moments that, like you and I were saying, what you can't experience at any other college.
Yeah.
The HBCU life is something different. It feels like you're at home, even though you're learning, but we do showcase a lot of that in the movie.
Can't wait. So, over the course of the journey thus far, still early for you, but having some great success, how would you describe the acting journey for yourself? What's it been like?
I would say in the beginning, it feels like, and this is kind of still the beginning. We don't know what the future may hold. Life takes its course and all, but you have to kind of dim your light a little bit sometimes. It feels like you're doing it, you're auditioning, but nobody knows how much work is going into it and how many sacrifices you have to indulge in to just be on set, or to receive an audition, or just get an agent call or a casting call. It's a lot of work that goes into it, and I'm glad that we have, the Samuel L. Jacksons, the Spike Lee's, the directors that's putting on for us, as it is kind of difficult for us to showcase that. And I believe I'm witnessing it, I'm experiencing it, and I'm just glad that it's me, and I'm able to tell this to the younger generation that it's possible. Anything is possible.
What are some pinch me moments you've experienced in this job, in this life? You've seen a lot, been on a lot of sets now, and done a lot of work with some moments like, wow, I can't believe this is my life.
Oof. I would definitely say meeting Tyler Perry. That was one of them. My grandmother, my aunts, uncles, they talk about him. We watch his movies, the Medeas. And hearing the Medea voice on set was like, did I just hear that? That was one of them. That was a pinch me moment, being able to work with him. And I would also say learning a lot about CBS and learning about how it was started and the Procter & Gamble soap operas in general, and working in a studio. That was something that was, I'm just looking around, I'm looking at the multi-cameras, I'm looking at how the sets is built, the wardrobes, and how we prepare, and then how the crew prepares. It's a job, and it's like, oh, teamwork makes the dream work, and that, all in all, it makes me feel like I'm in the right business. I'm in the right place in life.
I love it. Dreams for yourself. Is there a dream role, a dream castmate, a dream director? What goes on in the head? What are you thinking? Like, Lord, I would love to.
Yeah, that question. Dream role. I have a lot of them. I have a storyboard. I have like a little board in my room of like characters I would like to play. There's a lot of them. I mean, and you got
Give me
Miles.
one. Give me one. Just one.
You got okay. You have Miles Morales, Spider-Man. That's something that I know would definitely, spark the culture a little bit of like seeing finally a black young boy, a man in a suit, and we're able to watch it, and that would be something amazing. As far as like co-star, a lot of inspirations. Denzel, yeah, that's definitely one of them. Hey.
I like it.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Oh. So you're majoring in psychology, and you said you chose that major because mental health is important. Where'd that come from?
My mother, again. My mother was definitely someone that helped me express myself through words and by reading and by education. And psychology is something that requires that. It requires a lot of reading, writing, and just communication. And I believe as men, we don't normally know how to talk it out and really sit down and really think about our feelings before we act on it. And psychology helped me with that a lot, and I didn't realize what it was doing to me until other men start pointing it out of, wow, you're just very calm, like where'd you get this from? And I thought it was a bad thing. I thought it was something that like, I should be aware of, but I just overthink a lot. I read a lot. I really want to know what I'm talking about and knowing exactly what I'm about to do in my next step in life. And psychology not only helped me with that, but it has helped others through me. And sometimes I feel like a vessel to the young black men generation coming up that you can talk about it. We can sit down and talk about it. We can go do whatever we want, but are you okay? And having that empathy every day in our lives.
You recently participated in a forum or an event here in your hometown that focused on black men's health. What was that experience like, and why did Jaden say, I got to do this? And I understand from your team that you did it in the midst of a tight schedule where you literally just and boom. So obviously it was important. So why?
It was needed. Not only being from North Carolina and knowing that we work so hard and we don't really get the chance to sit down and really speak about, how are the men feeling today? It's always, I'm all good, let's just go to work today. But I'm like, no, let's just sit down and talk and, tell me about your day. Tell me exactly what's going on. That's something that I definitely think is needed for any male, anywhere. But fortunately, we did it in North Carolina. I hope to, let it flourish everywhere else, but it's definitely needed.
Indeed. You talk a lot about mom. What's mom mean to you?
She's a prophecy. She's definitely something sent down from God. She's got me through so many things in life. She's made so many sacrifices for me to even be here. And I thank her so much each and every day. And sometimes we butt heads of like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like doing this, but the organization that I've equipped from her and the stuff that she's instilled in me made me a strong young man. And each and every day I look in the mirror, I say, thank you, Mom. Like, literally, thank you, because sometimes I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. I'm meeting these people and they're saying I'm doing a good job. So I always have to remember where I got it from and where it came from.
And it came from Mom. Where does faith fall in your life?
I'm still learning more about it. Faith is very strong. Faith is something that you have to have, no matter what career field you're in. And it's very powerful. It's just, it creates a whole world for yourself, and you can create it through faith. So it's a reflection a little bit. So you have to find that mirror of like, do I have faith in this? No, take a look at yourself and realize you can do it. And that's what I believe faith is.
There's something you shared, I think, on social media, I don't know if it was today or previously, where the post says something to the effect, if you have faith and you're not doing the work, you'll still be in church saying, I received that, I received that. Yeah. What's the message there? What were you saying?
Well, we can all go to church. We can all sit there in church and listen to the pastor preach, but, are we actually doing what he's saying? Are we using it in the real world? When we leave here out of these doors and, we give our little money to the pastor, what are we doing? Are you putting in the work of saying that, oh, I want to buy this house, but are you planning to buy that house? Are you planning to, do whatever it is that you want to do? Mm-hmm. And that's what I consider, if you're not putting in the work, faith means, nothing a little bit, And I believe we are human. We have our lazy moments where I'm just like, I don't feel like studying my script today. But it's a job. You chose to be here and you wish for this, and now you ask for this. You prayed to God each and every day, like, I want to book something, and now you're here and you're doing it. So let's keep doing the work.
Indeed. If this weren't your chosen field in this moment, what would you be doing? What do you think you would be doing?
At this point, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Did you have Olympic goals as a track star? Did you?
Yeah, I did. I definitely had Olympic goals, but God had other plans.
And his plans are always better than ours.
Always.
Indeed. Imagine you're looking in a mirror. You're 21 now. You're looking in a mirror at that little Jaden, very, very young. What advice would you give that little boy, knowing all that he was going to face in his journey to this moment and beyond? What would you tell him?
Don't rush anything. Don't think you're not there yet, because there's always going to be that yet pondering in your mind, even when you're there. Just don't rush anything. Stop overthinking so much. Just do it. Take a leap of faith.
Last question for you. Going back to Terrell, what's most like you and what's most different from you in real life when you compare your character versus you?
A similarity, I would definitely say, is wanting to please others a little bit. Wanting to feel liked or wanting that empathy. That's me a little bit. Like sometimes I'm like, the sympathy, I should say. Wanting that sympathy of like, no, you have to like me. And I want to feel accepted, and that's a similarity. A difference, I would say, is he's good at chess. I would say I'm not really the best at chess. I'm like, okay, you got it. I'm learning, but I'll get there someday, but not Terrell right now.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Again, be sure to check out Jaden Lucas Miller in Beyond the Gates weekdays on CBS. You can also see him in Paper Maid and Divorced Sisters. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's edition of Conversation from Studio 5 and making this your weekly destination for uplifting interviews with a strong focus on faith. For more information and interviews and lifestyle as well as entertainment, visit our YouTube page. You can do that by searching Studio 5 with Ephraim Graham. I'll see you next week right here on the podcast.